Hey everyone, it's Ron from Cali Fabrics. I've got a great group of new cottons and some other great Deadstock finds just in time for summer and spring sewing. Let's take a look. All right, we've got some odds and ends that start this group, and then we'll get into the main body of cottons. This is a really cool gold crinkle lame. It's very, very lightweight and airy. It's be fun for kind of, costume, just fun stuff, really fun and shiny. I've got a few spandexes here. This is a very lightweight, very drapey, slinky spandex with a ton of stretch in all directions. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it has just a little bit of a light shimmer to it. Really pretty lavender color. This is definitely more of an apparel fabric, not necessarily like a swimwear fabric. You could totally use it for like athletic tops or something too. Like I said, lots of stretch, very flowy, very kind of soft to the touch. These two here, these two are brushed athletic knits. If you've not used our athletic knits before, think something like a nice thick pair of like yoga pants, not necessarily leggings, like more like a true yoga pant material. These two are brushed on the face, so super soft. This can face outward or inward, or so if you want some kind of like an extra cozy pair of leggings that still looks kind of has a smooth, just traditional yoga pant look on the outside. This is really good for you. This is a taupe. And then this is a really pretty charcoal, but it skews. It's a bluey charcoal, if that's a name, but kind of a dark slate gray, or like I said, kind of a blue leaning charcoal. Again, very pretty, tons of stretch. This will make a fantastic pair of yoga pants, especially like I said, if you want something that's going to be fuzzy on the inside, smooth on the outside, you could totally do that. Okay, here we have some cotton poplins. This one here actually is a stretch. This is like a stretch, I think, rayon micro twill. So it's got a very fine twill weave. This one's really actually, it's very nice and airy. It's got a nice drape to it. Pretty good stretch on the width. I think about 20-25% stretch on the width. Definitely more of a top weight, but this would make a wonderful summery top, especially if you're wanting to do something like fitted sleeves, something that's not very blousy, like something more fitted. Like this little bit of stretch really will go a long way to add some comfort. Here we have some really nice Deadstock crisp poplins. These are just black poplins. This one's just slightly heavier than this one, so they are different items. This one here is really more of a, let me see. This one's more of a lawn. So a little, definitely more on the lightweight side, but very, very soft. Whenever we get Deadstock, it's like solids like this, they tend to be just very, very nice. So this one is a very, very nice smooth hand. Here we have a couple others. This is kind of a warm white cotton poplin, nice and crisp, kind of a shirting fabric, a nice crisp, like, button down shirt. This here is a cotton voile. So voile is a lightweight, kind of a semi-sheer cotton, bit of an open weave, but still a smooth hand. It doesn't have kind of the grainy hand that you might find in some other kind of open weaves. It's still soft like a lawn, but it is a little bit sheer, as you can kind of see. You can see that orange through. All right, this is kind of a tomatoey orange red cotton lawn. Again, very soft and airy and lightweight. This, look at this thing. This is a monster. This big old roll is this really pretty lightweight. This one. It dances on the line between a voile and a lawn. It is really a lawn, but it's on the lighter side, so it's a little bit sheer. Just be aware, but it's very, very soft. This one actually would be kind of nice as if you're looking for like a cotton lining for something. Be fantastic, or something that you're comfortable being a little bit sheer. It's a very, very nice soft fabric. This is the same exact fabric, same exact kind of almost voile, but not quite lightness, and a very, very soft hand. Another great lining in navy. And this is also the same fabric. This olive is just a little bit lighter and brighter. I mean, just a touch. I couldn't call it the same fabric. So very similar, again, to the other one, just a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Okay, getting into the prints. I'm very excited about this group. We got this in a little while ago, and I'm just getting to adding these. But these are really, really nice and very, very appropriate going into the warm weather seasons. Again, these are really nice. These are from a designer out of Los Angeles. That makes them really fun and nice, kind of like sundresses and summery things. So this is this one in particular. Here's a floral. Again, the quality on all of these is very similar, very airy, very soft to the touch. These are cool. There's quite a few of these sort of, I think these have a name. So if you know the name of this type of print, please tell me. I'm calling it sort of like an island geometric, almost like a tie-dye style in the way that it's done. But this, again, just so soft, lightweight, kind of a dry, papery feel to the touch. Just be really, again, a wonderful sundress, a wonderful summer top, tanks, button downs, really anything. And then we'll just kind of go over these. Any of the large prints I'll definitely pull out because you can't see them. This fabric is cool. We actually got this one in I think a Rayon habitat as well, the same print. So it comes from the same place that we got a lot of those rayons a month or so ago. This is a really pretty print. Again, really nice flow, really nice. It just kind of floats and it'll kind of just float on your body when you're wearing it. Be very, very comfortable. It's kind of really pretty. Again, these kind of repeating, and then these geometrics have kind of that dye look to them. This one here is really pretty too. This one here is a little bit of a larger print. I'll pull this one out. This one is really pretty. This bright, kind of almost like a neon, neon blue, if you will. A very, very bright blue with kind of this neon yellow floral silhouettes. Yeah. All of this is screaming out summer dress to me, again, or top, or you can really do a pair of shorts. Most of these are opaque enough. You're doing like a very lightweight pair of shorts, or again, a cotton lining for something, because these are all very, very lightweight. I think 60 to 90 GSM for the most part. So these wouldn't add too much bulk to something if you're using it as a lining, but they're all very, very soft. That's kind of one distinctive of this group, is how soft of a hand these have. This one may be my fave. I love a loud floral, and this is an incredibly loud floral. But again, great drape. Again, sundress, something like a Hawaiian shirt, like a very lightweight Hawaiian shirt would be awesome out of this. This fantastic floral will be gone after this weekend, is my guess. And it also coordinates really well with both of these stripes. So things to do there. Another one of these geometrics, this time in a wine with the off-white. Just super, super soft. Love these. This one's really cool. Only, 8 yards of this, which is a bit of a bummer because this one's really cool. It's kind of a natural gauze with this iCat weave. Kind of like these V shapes with the fuchsia and the orange and the taupe and the blue. I find this one very, very pretty in kind of a simple and natural feeling way. Really like that. So that was gauze, this is gauze, and the next one is also gauze. This one's really cool. This is this gigantic, bold floral. That would be so much fun. This is the kind of fabric that if you make something out of it, is going to pop in every photo. Like you could be in a crowd and people will find you because it's just gigantic, loud, beautiful print in lime and kind of a hot pink. This one's really cool too. I love the texture of this particular fabric. It has almost like a chambray-like texture. It is a gauze, but it's really, really beautiful fabric. These stripes, this kind of a multi-barcode stripe, is always wonderful. And just the hand and the texture on this fabric, I think, are something special. So these are actually a couple bolts that I had in my shop, and they weren't on the site, so I'm adding them in. This is, there's only a few yards here, but this is a really nice mid-weight chambray. This one here is like a fine cotton shirting in like a light blue and white check. This belongs to a group that we actually got in some years ago, and somehow this bolt escaped. So I was going through my cotton lightweights, I saw that this had not been cut from. I'm like, what happened? And it wasn't on the site at all. So this one is a fine New York cotton shirting from kind of the place that we get a lot of our finer shirtings. Really, really nice. Most likely Italian made, but I don't know that for sure. All right, coming down here, crouch down. These two are double gauzes. So really nice and lightweight, but not quite as lightweight as a regular gauze. Behaves in a lot of ways like a gauze in terms of kind of that just airy, crinkly, kind of holds its shape just a little bit, but still has some drape, some flow to it, and very, very comfortable to wear. I have a shirt out of double gauze, and it is so, so lightweight and very like baby soft. People use stuff like this for baby blankets because it is just so incredibly soft and comfortable against the skin. Also breathes very, very well. And this is the same thing. This one is actually the same as like our reversible double gauzes, so it doesn't have that crinkly gauzy texture, and the back side of the fabric is just a solid white. So you could use either side. Most likely you're going to use the check side, but you can also use the white as contrast. This one is really cool. So this one is a seersucker. It's a ribbed seersucker. So it has, pull this tape off. So it has these sort of raised ribs, if you can kind of see. So that's kind of common on seersuckers, but this one I feel like just has a little bit more texture to it, which just adds a little bit more interest. And obviously this print is very, very pretty, very, very lightweight. I actually got a nice size roll on this one, so I was excited about that. Never guaranteed how much you're going to get of a given fabric with Deadstock. So whenever I get kind of a hefty roll of something that I especially like, I get excited. So this one's really pretty, really kind of an interesting special fabric and very soft. Again, this is a group that I think pretty much anybody who orders one of these fabrics is going to be very pleased with the quality and the softness of these, because they're really nice. They're very nice lightweight cottons. Lawn isn't always especially soft, and these all pretty much are. This one here is like a textured embroidered cotton stripe, similar to an eyelet. Like these stripes have like some little holes in them, almost slightly sheer, but it's really not see-through. Like you can't see my hand through that, but it does have these kind of little embroidered micro perforations. Really, it's hard to even call them holes on it, and it's got this really cool, obviously this kind of smaller zebra print. I think this would be fantastic for something like shorts. Definitely could do a top out of them. Like these are all lightweight cotton. So tops, dresses, shorts, kind of summer wear. This is going to be gone very quickly. This is a really beautiful eyelet. That's a thread, not a stain. Really beautiful eyelet with an all over print. Only got 4 yards of it. So that one is going to be gone soon. This is another eyelet with an all-over floral in navy. Again, really pretty. This one we maybe got 8 or 9 yards on. This one here was actually part of the Rayon group that we added maybe about a month ago. Those prints that were really, really nice and sold really well. But I had accidentally put this in with the cottons, and I don't know why, because it is very much a rayon. Like it's got that great drape and flow. I love the deep colors in this one. It's this deep blue and black. It reminds me, something about this particular type of print reminds me of the 90s in like the best way. I love this tie-dye. I love the colors, and I love the softness and the flow of this. This is another one. Take the strap off. This is it's got kind of a patchwork design to it, but this is a really cool rayon sateen twill with a little bit of stretch. Great drape, very similar to something like a rayon satin in the way it behaves, but it's got a little bit of a twill weave. It's really more of a sateen than a true satin, and it has this really fun green on ivory, kind of like island botanical, I guess is what I would call it. Really nice, very, very pretty. The drape on this one is fantastic and be like a really fun dress. Now I have a handful of like polyester silkies. So this here is a Georgette, kind of a non-sheer. So some Georgettes are more sheer than others. It has that crepe-like texture. This one's cool because obviously I love the print. The print is really fun, but it's got like just like these little gold metallic accents that they don't read like bam, look at me. Listen, it's not blingy. It's just a little bit of gold accent. It's very, very elegant. The drape on this is nice. Top dress skirt. Really nice. Really beautiful print. These 3 here are bubble crepes. So if you're not familiar with a bubble crepe, it is, again, kind of lightweight, similar to a Georgette in weight and behavior, but the crepe texture is just a little bit more puffy and pronounced. And it's a polywoven. Again, these are lightweights. This would be really wonderful for, a dress. And these read on kind of Eastery to me. So working on Easter dresses, these will have a really nice, airy drape to them. This is beautiful, and we have a ton of this. It's like that's a beefy roll, and I think, it's got to be a minimum of 70 yards on there. So this is a crinkle chiffon with kind of a horizontal satin stripe. And that crinkle texture is on the stripe as well. So it's just got a lot of beautiful texture to it. and a really nice deep color. So a lot of fun you can have with this one. It looks very elegant and very high end. Just the look of the fabric is very, very high end. We have a new rust color. So we carry a line of Shantung poly satin. This is kind of a nice bridal weight satin with that beautiful Shantung slub. This is polyester, but honestly, like this is one of the polys that passes for silk at a glance. It is very, very nice. And looks very elegant. This would be more something for, a gown. If we're working on prom dresses yet or thinking about prom dresses, the Shantung satins are a really nice option because it just adds a little bit of texture and refinement to a satin. If you're looking at, something like a satin bodice or even a satin skirt, for something like a prom dress, Shantung is a really fun way to go to bring a little extra interest. So this is a rust color, really nice and pretty. We have a lot of really gorgeous colors in that. Then I have a few more odds and ends at the end of this group. This is a really heavy cotton French terry in a deep black. I only have 16 yards of it, which, I mean, this is an 8-yard roll. This is a monster of a roll, and it is only 8 yards because this is a very, very thick. I don't have the GSM on this, but I'd be shocked if it's any less than 350. Really hefty. This, I have a lot of this too, and this is a super soft, super stretchy heather gray Modal French terry. We had a black in the same exact thing that we just added back into the shop. We've carried it for a while. It was just a restock. We've got a heather gray in it, and I think we have 70-something yards of it. This is so nice, and for like a spring jogger set, a lightweight hoodie, like this is going to be your new best friend because it is so soft and comfy. Modal is very hard to beat, and this is a really nice one. Okay, last two things. This is a stretch velvet with this really pretty paisley. So kind of a golden tan paisley on charcoal. It's a crushed stretch velvet, so it has that really nice crushed texture. And the print is just really pretty on this. Very soft. Again, this is a designer Deadstock, so it's a very nice fabric. Tons of stretch in all directions. Yeah, really nice. And then last but not least, I got this one swim knit. I don't get a lot of swim knits lately, but we got this one offered to us, and I just thought this print was really fun. It's kind of got like this neon island vibe to it. It's kind of like photographic digital prints, blues and reds, but it feels very, very modern. Obviously great for swimwear. You could totally do a pair of leggings or an athletic top, though. It's nylon spandex. It's a mid-weight. Like I said, tons of stretch. And I believe this one came from some kind of a swimwear company. But really nice and soft on the hand, too. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions at all, drop them down in the comments below, or you can always send us an email at support@califabrics.com. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.